I feel like my strongest cravings come at night, and I cannot be the only one. So let's make spaghetti at midnight, folks. I'm going to start with sauteing the onion, and then right to that, I'm going to add my ground beef. And I'm going to get this chopper that everybody should have at this point just because it's so freaking convenient. So after I go ahead and chop my ground beef all the way up, I'm going to add some Italian sausage to this. I'm going to just do like 3 of them. I don't need the whole pack. If you want more Italian sausage, do feel free. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the skin off of those. I do not like the casing, and I'm just going to let my sausage cook like the bare minimum and then just chop them up because I didn't want this to get as like small as the ground beef, but I wanted to cut it up some to basically make like little balls, whatever. But yeah, y'all get the point. So I'm going to go ahead and brown up my meat, and then after I brown up the meat, of course, I'm going to drain that oil. I don't think I showed that in the video, but you know. So I'm going to add this fresh garlic that I chopped up, and it's important to add your garlic at this point because if you add your garlic in the beginning, it's going to burn and that tastes nasty. I'm boiling my water for my spaghetti. I added some tomato paste already, and then I remembered I was recording this video, and then I added more, which is what we see here. So I want the tomato paste to cook a little bit into the meat. I don't know. This is my method. I feel like it gives it color, and the tomato paste gets a chance to cook off that like bittery kind of taste. But anyway, I'm seasoning it with black pepper, crushed red peppers. If you don't like crushed red peppers, you do not have to use it. Cayenne pepper, and then lastly, Italian seasoning. I like my stuff spicy, so if you don't like spicy things, leave out the cayenne, leave out the crushed red peppers. I'm putting onion, garlic. That green sauce there is like a little bit of pesto, and then I also put a little bit of regular salt. I'm adding a can of diced tomatoes. After my diced tomatoes, I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. We can see because I drained that oil that it's a little dry on the bottom of the pot, which is why we're seeing that little bit of, I guess you could call it burning if you want to, but if you cook, you know that's not burnt. But anyway, so I'm taking up the bottom of the pan with that can of diced tomatoes. I'm adding a jar of tomato sauce. I actually used like real tomato sauce this time. I usually use crushed tomatoes, but a jar of tomato sauce. I'm mixing that up. And that's pretty much it, guys. After I mix this up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in a little bit of sugar because you do need some to balance, like not the whole bag of sugar, but a little something to balance the spice, to balance the acidity of the tomatoes. And then mix that up, put your top on and let that simmer, and the spaghetti is done for real. I like to let mine cook together for at least 10 minutes, at least. I really like to let it really cook down. As you can see, that's why there was bubbles on top, because I really like to let this cook together. But you do what works for y'all in y'all kitchen. I seen somebody serving pasta the other day with the sauce straight out the jar, so clearly we are not all the same. But I let mine cook down. As you can see, it's all one sauce now. It's all together. I put it in a bowl with some spaghetti, and I was eating my spaghetti at midnight. Yeah, but whatever. I'm just a girl. Y'all enjoy.